This video will finish up pre-calculus section 11.2, day number 1. So this is video number 2 for section 11.2, and this is basically using your calculator or technology, which could be Desmos, to find a limit. So we already looked at, I did want to tell you that the answer to that your turn is 1/10. Okay. We did dividing out or factoring. You could think of that one as the factoring and rationalizing for the first few examples, but that doesn't always work. So they go on to say sometimes you need sophisticated techniques. Those are really techniques that we will learn in calculus. So for pre-calculus, when they are limits that you cannot evaluate using the limits you've learned, then you can use your calculator. So you'll notice if you put this function in your calculator, which actually I will go through that just as a little review here. So you want to go to y equals, and you want to put in the function, so parenthesis 1 plus x to the, when your exponent is a fraction, you need to put that in parentheses, to the 1/x. And then you can graph that. I might need to change my window. Looks like I do. So I'm going to do zoom standard. See what this function looks like. So we're doing the limit as x approaches 0. So I'm going to go to my table, which is also in this slide, and you will see when x equals 0, the function is undefined. It's also undefined at some other numbers up here. But to the right of 0, any of these numbers beyond 0, it is defined. And then let's look at right around, sorry about that. Let's look at right around 0. So at a half, it's 2.25. At -1/2, it's 4. I might want to change my table. So to change your table to get smaller increments, if you go to table set, so that's second window, and then you can say I'd like my table to go up by smaller increments. So this table, delta table, says it's going up. I keep bumping the camera, sorry about that. Going up by a half. I'm going to make it go up by like 0.2. It's going to give us a lot of points, but we'll be able to see better what's happening around 0. So you can see it's going up by 0.2 every time. So I want to go up to, I'm going the wrong direction. I want to go down to 0. And then see if I can figure out what I'm getting close to. Okay, so here's 0, it's undefined. This is the negative side of 0, it's 3.05. This is the positive side, it's 2.4, so it looks like it is approaching 3. Let's see what they have here. So they went really close, which I could do on my calculator. Maybe we'll do that on the next one. And you can see 2.7 is the limit for that. So if you do this limit in your calculator, you would say it's approximately. Now what they're doing here is they're saying you want to take the limit from the left where the negative numbers are, 2.7196, and find the average between these two values, 2.7169, added them together and divided by 2. So they went even one more step to get a better evaluation of that limit. All right, I want you to try this one. And again, you're going to go to y equals. Put the function in there. You might also want to check your table set and make it maybe even smaller than I did. So again, that table set is second window. And you could even make it 0.01. And then try putting that function in and seeing what you get. Looks like I don't have the answer for that one. So I'll tell you what, we won't do it as a you try, we'll do it together. So I'm going to put it in my calculator. Put your denominator in parentheses. Second e to the x minus 1, close parenthesis, divided by x. All right, I'm going to peek at the graph first just to get an idea of what's happening at 0. Okay, you can't really see it there. Your calculator does not show you holes, so that's why we need to go to the table. So right around 0, I'm at 0.9 and 1.107. So it's looking like the limit of this is 1. And then if you go to the graph, you can also see on the graph, it looks like the y value is 1. So that would be using technology. You want to say approximately 1. The next one is sine of x over x. And I think I'm going to start by having you graph that, or I will graph it. And then I think the best way for this one, yeah, we'll just graph it. Sine of x, close parenthesis, divided by x. So if you look right around where x is 0, because we're approaching 0, and then we'll take a peek at our table, it looks like 1. And again, at negative 0.2, it's 0.99, and at positive 0.2, it's 0.99. So this is approaching 1. This is a common limit question in calculus, so your graph looks something like this. So as you approach x equals 0, your limit is 1. All right, one more. These are not too bad. This one is a your turn. Put that in your calculator, graph it. Look at the graph to give yourself an idea. Double check the table to ensure that what you're seeing on the graph truly is the limit. You should be pausing the video right now and trying this one, and then you should be getting 0. That is it for day 1, 11-2. We will do more tomorrow.